You need to work on silencing male voices because you give one of them a mic and here they go.
What's good, y'all? I'm Bobby. We're off Dome Podcast.
Oh, I'm on with the Off the Dome
And
podcast.
we have two special guests. One of them is returning.
Me? My name is Fabian.
I'm Eden. I'm back.
Yeah, she's back. Last time she was here, everybody loved her.
Fan favorite.
This is gonna be a fun episode.
Look at her.
Let me ask the same old question. How was y'all week?
It was long. It was so long. But it's okay. I'm making money, so
Hey.
can't complain.
She works like every day.
More money,
Barely
more
see her.
problem.
How was your week?
It was good. I always find it hard, like, remembering, like, what I did in the week. But, yeah. Nothing memorable.
Amoni, how about you?
Me, it's I have stuff to do now. It's not like I'm bored all the time. Like, after I finished school, I was bored the whole day. But now I have some things to do, so I'm getting preoccupied. So it's it feels good. It's a good amount of work-life balance.
Cause
That makes
bro,
sense.
it's getting hot outside, bro. Like, bro,
Hey, you didn't answer the question. You
Yeah.
didn't answer.
How's your week?
How's your week, Biz?
my week. I'm like Fabian, bro. I kind of forgot what I did.
Day.
I'm not even gonna lie to
It's
you.
that short-term memory.
I don't know what it is. I forgot, but it's been the same. Like this time just going by. We're just surviving, bro. So
It's because it's repetitive. Like you're doing some things over and over again, so you're just like,
Yeah.
that's what I do. Okay, that makes sense.
Life does seem redundant these days. I don't know. It's just the same thing.
nah,
every
you
single
look
time.
like you're stressed. Not even stressed. Stressed.
Who, Eden?
Yeah. Even last week, I'm trying to remember. Last time we recorded this podcast, but it didn't work out. She
Yeah.
opened it up, was like, "Damn, bro, life is just tiring."
No, I swear it's like the same thing. It's just like something in the atmosphere. Like, I don't know all that
say, yeah.
astrology stuff, but like it's like Mercury's like in retrograde or something
Hold
like
up,
that.
hold
I
Hold
don't
up,
know.
you're one of
like-
those girls.
No, give
No,
us
I promise you, I
detail.
don't know anything like that. But it's just, it doesn't seem the same.
Nah,
It doesn't seem
something's
the
in the
same.
air, bro. They sprang something in the air.
Y'all believe in them science?
In
The
science?
No, not in science.
Oh, like
in the
astrology?
Astrology science.
No.
Oh,
No.
I don't have.
But low-key,
enough
when
interest.
I see it on my TikTok, like, I look out for Aquarius, but I don't believe like, I don't believe, like, oh, this is
Nah, she
definitely-
just notes it. Like,
You know-
Nah,
it's getting to the point where it's becoming a red flag now to me. If the first thing she asks me is, "What's your sign?" I'm gonna be so like just like put away. I'm like, all right, bro.
We
No,
too
you just
grown
gotta
for
you just
that.
gotta tell her like the sign that you're not, and then she's like, you look like if you're a Taurus, if you're not a Taurus, and then you tell her, and she's like, you look like a Taurus, and then you're like, nope, I'm not a Taurus. That's what they always say, like, no matter what. Everything fits to everybody, like any.
It's
For
because
real?
everything's so vague. It's like, duh. Of course, it's gonna match my personality.
I've
Just
never
like-
done my research. What is July?
Is that Cancer? No. Cancer's June.
I have no idea.
You see? Nobody
Can't
really
even
cares.
guess.
Yeah,
never
it's
looked
just
at it.
like I don't have that much interest in it. I
don't
can't
care, bro.
go into it.
You got people out here walking around with crystals, like
I
Because
mean,
that evil eye, oh my god, they be getting it tatted too.
crystals
Like-
are pretty though.
okay.
I'm
Oh.
just like
Yeah,
I'm
clip
just
that.
saying I don't.
Favorite like, crystals are pretty.
Like I wouldn't mind getting it, but obviously not for the same reason as others get it. Like I don't believe in
Like, what would you get it for?
because it's pretty.
Yeah,
the
just like-
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Cause no, there's girls out here like when they're on a date, like they hide a crystal like in the guy's car.
Oh,
like,
the
some
rose
crazy
quartz or
stuff.
something like that. I heard about it. I was
Yeah.
like, that's so
And they're
interesting.
like, if you
It's
do
like-
that, it's because she loves you. It's for protection. Boy, if you don't get.
Wild.
No, they be saying it's some voodoo. Like it's like he's like if you put it in your no. They be saying if you put a rose quartz in the guy's car, that's definite. You guys are gonna be together forever. He's just gonna automatically fall in love with you like a
Well,
love spell.
what's a rose course?
It's
like
like some sort
crystal?
of crystal,
Pink,
yeah.
Pink or
There's
something.
different
Yeah.
colors, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I never learned about this, to be honest.
There's like another stone that you could wear that reduces all like takes away bad stuff from your life or something.
Oh, like stress?
But
Which one is that?
Put it down.
Yeah, something like that. Like, but first everything goes bad and then everything goes good or something. I don't know.
Hey.
There's just a lot
Do
of
you know
things
which
that
one?
they believe in.
You know, because
I don't know.
I mean,
just
hey,
know
it's about to take stress away.
it's like black
Whoa.
or something.
The only stress reliever we have is Jesus Christ.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yes.
We gotta slide that in.
It feels like we're implanting
just
this
to
like
be
every
fair.
second.
Why do it sound so corny? That you're that one guy?
Nah, I feel you.
But no.
Tiffany,
on our way here, we had a crazy convo. You know,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna give up to the girls this time. This episode. Where do
Yeah.
y'all
No,
want to
I
take
want
this?
to know. I want to know though. Like, what was it?
What were
Because
we
Eden
Oh
was.
man, you want to bring that up?
I low-key don't mind. I told
We
y'all.
can start off.
Go ahead. Start
Viburn's
on the
not
topics you
here.
brought
That
up.
means we can go crazy. Dude, we brought up multiple topics. Which one should we start? What do you remember? Look, you know, we talked about this earlier. When we're having conversations, when it's naturally going there, the flow of the conversation is nice, right? We can't like
What did y'all start off with?
replicate
in the car?
that. How do we start off with? We asked her how your work was, right? And then you told us about some people you saw at work.
We're talking about
That
tipping
led
one of
to-
them.
Yeah,
Tipping?
tipping.
That's a hot take, cause
It's not that hot. I think it's common sense, to be honest.
hey,
No,
I
no,
agree
no.
with
But
you.
let's
What?
What's
I agree
common
with you.
sense? What's common sense?
and
Let her
let's
explain
hear what
first.
business Aman think about tipping.
First off, let's see your point of view, so we can,
Yes.
you know.
I feel like tipping is like an automatic gesture. Like you should be able to do that. Obviously, if you're broke, you don't got money. Like it's not implied. Like you know, people in IHOP aren't gonna expect everyone to tip. It's IHOP, but it's like,
But they do though.
but they should exactly. They should. It's just like common sense. Like
Okay.
the how you gonna
Bobby,
live off $15 an hour? Like, that
Favani,
makes
let
sense.
the ladies go 1st
Mhm.
Make
No,
sure. Let
like,
it all
I
out.
agree with what she said,
Uh-oh.
but on no.
Yeah, she's on our side.
No. It's not a definite but like you know how I went back to Ethiopia like recently, right? And it's there that I saw like how out of hand tipping has gone in Ethiopia. Like for everything you have to tip.
Yeah.
Like no, this one guy actually we were trying to go from like the airport to the hotel, right?
Yeah.
We got a car to take us to the hotel. The car parked right outside the hotel, right? It was like
Yeah.
a couple feet from the door. This guy came. We already took in like 2-3 bags inside. He comes, he holds the one side of the bag. I hold the other side. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, he's going to help me put it over there. We take one bag together. He helps me. He didn't even take the whole bag. But the other bags are already inside. And then at the end of it, I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, I'm a and he's like, oh, like,
Yeah.
at least, not even a whole bag. He helped me with one bag. And he expected a tip.
That's my
wild.
issue.
For
with it.
everything, there's a tip here.
Bro,
in
when they
Ameri-
be
in
filling
Ethiopia.
your car with gas, like they be expecting everything. It's like you just moved it
Right.
from point A to
That's
point
my thing,
B.
like,
It's
tip-
Oh,
tipping,
yeah.
I would tip off of service. Like if you did a good job, great job, I'll tip you. But now it's like becoming people expect it. Like now it's like you can see like the disgust on their face when you like just walk away. You're like, excuse me, like I don't like when people
Yeah.
expect something from me. Like just do a good job and then I'll give you some. But if you're just expecting and then like you're acting all like like what's that called, entitled for it,
Mhm.
I don't like that.
Not
You
only
know-
that, yes.
No,
go
you
ahead.
know what's crazy though? Like the places like froyo places or what is it called?
Frozen yogurt.
Whatever. But yeah, like froyo places and stuff where you get it's like self-serve.
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah.
do it yourself. You get the toppings yourself and everything, and then you get to the register and like they turn the iPad like for tip. Like what did you do?
No
Oh,
thanks.
Oh heck no.
What
You'll
did
get
you
zero.
do?
Zero.
I'm not ashamed of that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay,
But there's
gonna
people
sound-
who tip.
That's good for them.
Hey,
Will never be
Yeah.
me. Let me be okay. This is gonna
personally,
sound
never meet me.
crazy. Tipping is an American thing. It's
Hmm.
mainly an American thing. Like yes, there are people that tip in the Europe and stuff.
Mhm.
I say in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Western world, it's an American thing, right? I don't care how rich I am. I'm tipping based on how I feel. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
There have been some days where I go to a restaurant, whatever, and I'm having a good day. I tip, and when I tip, this is how I do it usually. Okay, if the bill is $78, I will add $2 and say $80.
Whoa.
If the bill is-
Ain't no way.
If the bill is
Ain't
71,
no
I will
way.
round to 75. Okay, that's how I do it. I'm sorry. Okay?
So this
It's
is
just
why you're
what it
hiding
is.
your face, because you just say crazy things like this.
So
like,
that's
I
like
better watch my mouth. They can see me.
No. Hold up. Okay, I'm not entitled to give one. I mean, I'm not forced to give one. I don't have to give $1. So the $2 I'm giving you, hey,
wait. So
that's
the
me.
$2.
that's
It's different because she
wild.
actually works in
That's
the restaurant.
wild. You know how much you know how much work servers have to do? You know how heavy those plates are?
I
How
know.
rude customers are, or how
She also
entitled
works
they are?
at a rich
Yeah.
like area.
No, and it's like
When I'm
people
with
have
my
tipped
family.
less than 20%. Like they've tipped like 5% for something that's like so expensive, and like they like pissing me off. Or they'll ask like, oh, can we move from this table to that table, or do you have any
I feel
tables
bad.
in this area? Do you see any available tables? And then they'll just be rude for no reason. Like it's like they have any power to do anything. And at the end of the day, something that's like $800, they be tipping like $20.
What's like the highest tip you ever gotten?
Me?
Yeah.
$100
Dang.
Was that because of
from one
service?
person.
Wait.
I mean, yeah, because we also have to decide. We also give them like good tables. Like we'll send them to like which server is like the best server
Wait,
out of them. Like
I
that's
thought you
our
were a
decision.
host.
Exactly, but I'm like in charge of like reservations and stuff, and like
So they
you
could
know.
tip hosts.
The host got 100.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's optional for us, obviously. It's more.
So they tipped a host $100.
Yeah, they got the money. If they can buy food that's over $500, they got the money to tip us. Ain't no way. I don't go with his logic. Rich people, if you have the money, give it.
I gotta defend myself real quick, okay?
Like, our bank account's not the same as theirs.
I gotta justify. Not even justify. I gotta even walk back. I don't know what I'm gonna do, okay? But basically, this is if I'm by myself. If I'm by myself.
Don't cut this out.
Well, don't cut this out. Yeah, when we're in a group, right? And I know there are 8 people tipping, right? I don't have to give $10 by myself.
Of course.
Oh, if it's a group, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
By myself?
You divide it.
Oh,
By
no,
myself.
that's crazy. That's why they split.
Yeah, like when we as a large group go to like, let's say like TGI, if we went there, right? I didn't give a $20 to $10 tip.
Yeah, like a $2.
Because if I'm by myself, I give 0 tips.
I love the honesty, though. I'll give it to you. I respect that.
I'm gonna be honest. Wait, we just laugh.
No, that's insane.
I'm like, it'd be embarrassing sometimes though, when they look at you. Like, I'm the type, I'll give you 0, then I'll go back to the corner and just watch your reaction. And I'm like, damn, like, they look like they're mad.
I'm like the opposite of Mr. Beast, bro. I feel so bad. It's not like, you know what? I should stop talking.
Next topic.
What? So what else were y'all talking about?
Because this is not in the car, but it was me and the other Amon. We were at one of our friends' house, and we were at Caduce's house, and we were with Kelly. That convo was the funniest convo ever.
Shout out to Kelly.
We're just basically talking about different scenarios. And then, you know, like when people talking about like if a guy's a 10, but then they say like a bad trait about
Oh
him.
my god, yes.
Y'all
I want to
wanna
do
do that?
that.
Let me
Oh my
ask y'all
God.
this.
Okay.
This is just for dating, because obviously marriage. But if the guy was a 10, but he had like terrible hygiene, where would that?
He a 4. That's so dirty. Are you kidding me? That's like such a
Bad
regular
hygiene.
thing to do.
Like
Like he
that's
don't brush
just-
his teeth?
even for
No,
yourself.
no, actually no, not by hygiene, but like his house. You go to his house dirty, just like
No.
plates.
No, that's crazy. You're a child.
No.
She
Clean
said a
up.
4. What would be for you?
Yeah, 4, 3, 3, 4.
Actually, I changed. The bad hygiene, it would be like a 0. But dirty room or dirty house or whatever, that's like a 4. Like
That's fair.
that's
But
so
but
gross.
Eden, you have to think about it. He's a 10 though, without it. You get what I mean?
That's so gross.
No.
Think
I'm
about
not
it. Think
saying
about
it's
it.
not gross, but like a 0.
For bad hygiene? Ew. Why do I
I'll
want to be
say,
close
like-
to him? He's gonna
Let me
stink.
help her out.
Like
Who's
two.
your celebrity crush? Or like 2 things like very, you know.
At the moment, I don't got one. I
When
can't
you were a
think
kid,
of
I don't know.
one.
Just give me somebody. Michael B. Jordan, right?
Everybody
He's
knows
overrated.
Okay, well, yeah.
Kofi
So hardcore.
Cerebo.
Oh,
Who that is?
yeah.
You go to
Kobe-
Kofi
Put him in.
Cerebo's house,
Who
right?
the heck is Kobe?
Edit his picture.
Yeah, that'd be a fun.
You go to his
that's
house, right?
crazy.
Damn,
You go to
sure.
you go to his house. A man says stanking dishes on the floor. Huh? Yeah, look at her face.
She would make an exception with a
0, huh?
That's crazy.
Exactly. It's not a 0. You got to think about it. He's a
So
0.
you-
but
gotta be good
You gotta
looking
think
then.
about it. You gotta think about it in the long term process. Like, do you
No,
want to be with
that's-
someone who doesn't know how to clean up, do his laundry, like do the dishes? I don't want to be a mother.
It ca-
I feel like
yeah, that's who Kofi
Mm,
Cerebo is.
That
You tell me-
that face, bro. Sorry,
No,
let me
you-
throw out my glasses.
He got
You
it.
don't think he's attractive?
Yeah, I'm not judging.
No. Actually, okay, I'm
I'm
not
not gonna
gonna ask you
comment
that.
on someone's looks. Okay.
No. Wait, that's another thing though. Like side comment, guys' ideas of what girls think is attractive and what girls actually find attractive
That's
is
true.
totally different.
Tell us what girls find attractive.
I'm
Like,
personally a personality
Okay, so for example, like
That's not
I've
funny.
heard,
I'm personally a person. My bad.
I've heard, like for example, on dating apps and stuff, people, it's said that like guys like to post pictures like them in the gym and like stuff like that. That doesn't attract girls. Like
Money does.
Oh, chill.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You're not
no,
wrong.
not money. I mean, yes, but like not money. Only like a picture with like kids or like
Mm.
like
Oh, okay. Now your own kids, like just. with
no.
kids. Okay. Okay.
no,
With
it just
kids.
shows them that they're like a family guy.
Okay,
like
okay.
they
Picture
care
with
about.
kids, with pets, or like doing stuff. I don't know. Just
Like acting like a man, then I guess. Like, you know, like not
Masculine.
like a man, but like masculine features, like, you know, helping somebody.
yeah, sure. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's not I think it's called the male gaze and the female gaze, right, Eden? like the female. I don't know.
I think so. I think
That might be a different topic, but
Okay.
yeah,
That's
that's what
a
I
fair
would say
point.
about Kofi's reveal, because like,
You want like adventure and not just like just guy in the gym, but you want him to do. Can you give me like more explanation? I think that was a
ideas on
vague.
how to build your dating app.
I'm not.
Oh,
reading
yeah.
it,
Someone
but
who doesn't have toxic
it doesn't
masculinity.
hurt.
That's
What does
another
that mean?
thing.
What is toxic masculinity?
God.
No,
We're
you're
not
lying.
getting
You're
into
lying if
How
you
am I
don't know what that
supposed to know?
means.
I do not know.
No way.
I do not know.
That's a big one for her.
If
It's a
my
big
girl
one.
came
'Cause
up to me and said, "Do I look fat in this dress?" and and
How are you
and
going from
and
Wait,
Make
we,
sure-
we talked about this last time. It was actually perfect time to bring it up.
yeah. If my girl came up to me and said, "Do I look fat in this dress?" right, and I answer honestly, right? Is that toxic?
That can't be toxic. That's being true.
Let her answer, man.
I don't know.
Dude.
Like, I don't. No. That
Wait,
person is
yeah.
just like. It depends. It depends how that girl's personality is. If they know she's someone who'd like overreact on something like that, I mean, like at least try to like cater her and be like, no, like you look great. Da, da, da,
For
da,
me
da.
to lie.
But like,
that has nothing to do with toxic masculinity.
yeah, but it's not what it is.
What
Just someone who just thinks that like they have to be a macho man, and like they'll think every little thing that doesn't like pertain to being a man just makes them feel more feminine. Like
We had a conversation about
like
this last
washing the dishes, doing the laundry, or like hanging out with their family. What's another thing, Fabian? I can't think of certain.
There was a conversation that I had with somebody where, like, if your girl asks you to hold her purse real quick,
They better put it over their shoulder, because that's
remember
like
insane.
she's going
Exact
she's going
question.
somewhere, and then she's like, hey babe, like, can you hold this purse real quick?
Bobby, you're mad.
What if he comes back like this?
Don't
All
say
right,
what that's good.
no, you don't gotta do all that. Just like even
I
holding
wouldn't.
a purse,
I'm
you
I
would
wouldn't.
not hold your.
What if you just put it on the
I-
ground right there?
yeah.
What's wrong with- Or,
Why?
put it on
That's
the,
You can't
crazy.
Put your purse on
How-
the ground.
or like on a
That's
table.
dirty.
On a table.
No.
No, there's no table.
There's no table.
I'll hold the purse.
You just
What
out.
about?
Hold it.
What about? I would not let her paint my nails.
Whoa, that's not.
Look,
That's
look.
Another
fine.
thing.
That's
no.
like-
Not even like I'm not saying the colors and stuff, but even like going to. We were talking about this
Hygiene,
earlier.
nail.
Like going to the spa or like getting like a manicure or something. Not like nail polish or anything, but just like clear coat. Manicure, everything. I've seen guys with the dirtiest nails. It's just gross. Like just.
Ain't it? Let me hide that.
Okay.
But it's like a lot of people think that like no, who do I look like as a man going and getting a manicure, or pedicure, having someone touch my feet and stuff, like that's so.
Did you watch the Gillette ad where they got really hate where they were saying like you don't have, like, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The shaving one.
Yeah. They made this ad where Gillette made this ad a couple of years back where they talk about like the toxic masculinity stuff, and they were saying like boys don't have to fight, boys don't have to like approach women like that because
Oh, I do remember that. That was like a huge thing on Twitter. They were like, why are they acting like this? Like, why are they letting them cry and like have emotions and blah 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 blah. Like, they be overreacting
Oh,
over
what-
the most normal things.
Bobby, what you think?
This is a tough one, cause like at some point like you gotta have like some kind of like line, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause like obviously you can show your emotions, all that. That's good, and even like take care of yourself. It's not bad, but like some people want to take it further, like go deeper and deeper and deeper. Like sometimes there's just some stuff in a man that you just don't want to do. You just I feel like it's in your
Name them.
Like personally, I think it's in for me it's like what else? What could I say? Like painting my nails. I'm sorry, I would never do that.
Even
And
clear.
that's fine.
No.
Clear.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do yeah. I wouldn't feel comfortable with it. It's not that I'm not gonna hate on somebody who does it, but I just wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't see the need for it.
I don't feel comfortable. Not only do I not cry even when I'm private, when I'm sad, in public I just won't. Like in a sad moment, you know what I mean? You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean, what about your wedding?
that's crying
see
out of
those
happiness,
videos where,
not
like,
sadness.
I mean,
Happy
but
tears.
so
When something bad happens to me, I don't cry.
that's the difference.
That's
You
just
cry if you're happy, but not when you're sad.
Yeah,
That's
that's
different. Some guys are
interesting.
more emotional than others.
Okay.
So I could.
You always be seeing those videos where like the bride turns around, or like the guy turns around and sees his bride. And he's like,
Happy tears.
Oh
That's
my
happy
God.
tears. I can't hold it back then.
That's an interesting. I've never heard anyone that would be like, "Oh, I would only cry happy tears, but not sad tears." I mean, they're tears regardless.
Some people just cry any tears. Like this would be.
And like the thing about like toxic masculinity is it hurts the men more than
And then they'll
And,
be blaming
like-
everything on us. They'll be like, "But you guys wanted this. You guys did it. Who said that? Who
yeah,
said
it was
that?"
created by men and it hurts men. Like, it hurts you, the fact that like you can't express emotions, stuff like that. It just comes back and like hurts you.
It's really turning into therapy, huh?
I don't know if I've said
mean-
this before. I kind of don't believe in that toxic blah 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 thing, to be honest.
Toxic blah blah blah.
Masculine
Toxic
thing.
masculinity.
I don't understand it. I don't believe it. If y'all want to explain, but like I understand the concept of it. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's as big as a problem as people think it
Yeah.
is.
I
It
think
is
it's-
though.
I feel like the bigger problem is that red pill stuff.
Huh?
Isn't that toxic masculinity?
You know, they
Red
don't understand.
pill?
That
They
is.
don't
Yeah.
understand the. They don't
That's what
understand
it
the pill.
is.
Do you understand the pill
That's
analogies?
toxic
Yeah,
masculinity.
then that is.
But it's
Red-
like there's red pill, there's blue pill, there's black
Black
pill.
pill.
Is
There's
that like the Matrix thing?
Yeah, it's based
Okay.
off of that. But you know, like red pills, like basically all these podcasts, these guys, they're saying, "Oh, be a high value man. You could cheat on your girl, stuff like that."
No.
Like
I've
Fresh and
never heard of
Fit.
it. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's keep.
It's okay.
Don't ever look it up.
Okay.
What are the other pills?
There's
blue pill.
blue pill is
Like-
like be yourself,
Oh.
and then
Black
there's
pill.
black with like looks matter the most.
No, actually, like on this topic of like
Pills.
men and women, men and women, like I was just having this conversation with my mom like the other day, but I was telling her how men and women, like growing up, I'm gonna just stick to the Ethiopian like
Mm-hmm.
community, but like growing up, women are taught to be like wives and like taught to be mothers and stuff like that, but men aren't taught to be
Fathers.
husbands and like fathers, you know. Like I was just having a conversation about that. What do you guys think about that?
Wait, are you saying like are men taught to be more like childish? Like they're like babied?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? 'Cause I could see that.
Yes,
I
because
mean,
they
that's
don't
part of
care.
it.
They don't really raise the son. They just raise the daughter. Truly, like
I
the
can
son
see
is
that.
like.
Learn
I
how
don't
to
put any
cook.
slander on like my male relatives, but it's just like,
No.
man.
I can say even how I grew up, my sister, she was like they were hard on her, bro.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like I get away with everything. So I could see that.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring up something. Okay. I agree with you. Like in the Habesha household, the boys are not raised as how I think they should be, right? Up to par, right? But
I knew that, but
I-
coming.
I would say I wouldn't agree in how we would both say how they should be raised. I think they should be raised to be masculine, but you guys would consider that toxic. Does that make sense? The
What
reason
is your
why
idea of masculine?
someone, for example, like I've been around a lot of people in the Western society, right? Like Caucasians, whatever, and there were kids,
You
White
said white people, yeah.
white people, right?
Caucasian.
And especially like Christian white people, right? They
Ooh.
would teach their.
The worst.
You see, for me, I'll say that they would teach their, even when their boys are like 14, 15, they'd be like, hey, you need to be a strong man to protect, you know.
They're the
You're
type of people that would
dating.
beat their son for crying. I'm sorry, but it's just like I don't agree with that.
I wouldn't say beat it, but they would say, okay, you know what? Be strong. Like if you could control your emotions, be able to protect your family. That's what I think would make great men. You know what I mean?
ever
But
seen
you
a
guys can
movie like
consider
that?
that, like, but it's like even like black in the black household, right? A lot
They'll
of
beat you.
like-
Have you ever seen like those shows
that's
and
movies
movies
though,
where
in
like
real life.
no, yes, that I mean the movies are based off of real life experiences. Like you even hear this in the news and stuff. Like people will literally kill their child over being like crying or having sort of emotions or something.
that-
Like I've
that's-
seen
that's-
things
that's
like
wild.
that. Like if you try to justify it, then you're gonna justify the crazier people for doing that type of shit, and then they'll see.
So
My
I do
bad.
agree with I do agree with you guys saying like there is a lack of like teaching in our culture men to be or boys to be like strong men, right? But I feel like how you would want them to be raised is not how it would happen if
Yeah.
it was implemented. If that makes sense.
I feel like the best thing. I feel like we're just talking about this for no reason. Like, I feel like the biggest thing we can summarize it is just have balance. You know, some communities in the Habesha community, they're too far. Oh, you cry, I'm gonna beat you. Some on the other side are too far. Like it's okay, cry, and they make their son super emotional that he can't even handle his own emotions. He can't be strong. He's always just like has that victim mindset. Like the world owes me something. I feel like the best thing is to be balanced. Don't be too hard on your kid where you can't have emotions. But teach him like, okay, you crying sometimes is not gonna do anything. It's not gonna solve anything. And to be honest, if you're gonna marry a girl who's like more submissive, if she sees you crying and then she cries, everybody's gonna be crying. Like somebody needs to like stand up and do something.
Stand up.
Yeah, so stand up, like weaken the knees.
No, I wanted to ask you guys though, like, how would you planning on like raising your boys and girls differently?
Man, why are we talking about motherhood and fatherhood so early in
Yeah,
life?
when you say
man?
motherhood and fatherhood, it sounds weirder.
That's what it.
No, because like I think because we agree with you on the culturally.
Okay, how about like a more specific topic? Like, what are some rules that you're gonna have for your kids?
Wait, it probably depends on if it's a daughter or a guy.
Yeah,
For my
but-
son,
What about for your son?
actually, let me start for my daughter.
Yeah.
I think it'll be easier to raise You think it's easier to raise a daughter as a father?
It's a lot harder. To
Yeah,
raise
it's
a
way
daughter.
harder than a
That's
daughter.
It's
wild.
easy. It's difficult because the father makes it difficult. That's the problem. Honestly, I think it would have been easier if the dad just was more understanding of her situation or just like how she was raised.
I think it might actually be easier to raise a daughter.
No.
Because
No, if you look,
Let her
put
explain.
aside all of your feelings, put aside all of your beliefs and stuff, and stop being narcissistic and actually listen to what she says.
She's 14,
that's-
ma'am.
Yeah,
It
she
does-
says a lot of
no,
things.
but it depends on how the person was raised. Obviously, be more understanding. Honestly, I think my mom was more understanding with raising me than my dad was. Like
Okay.
I think
both my
that
parents loved me a lot, but it's just the way a father thinks of raising their daughter is just like very like it goes overboard. Like protective is one thing, like overprotective and just letting her not do anything and stuff. That's gonna make her act out. If you don't allow them to do stuff, they're just gonna sneak out anyways and do what they want to do.
I think it's natural though, like for the mom to be more like closer to the, or not closer, but like to understand the daughter more. Like
she's
you
a
said,
woman.
it's easier cause she's what?
Because she's a woman.
Yeah,
So she knows.
so exactly. So that's why I said like that's the natural part. But that doesn't mean that men, the dads are not able to create that relationship with daughters. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like the way I said it was like for a woman, she's trying to like a mother. I would understand why it'd be easier because like she would teach her daughter how to be like a woman. But on like the man side, we could help better protect our daughters because we know how other men are gonna see them.
Thank you.
Because I could be honest, like a mom, she could say, oh, don't go out on these streets. You're gonna get catcalled. Like like dress appropriately. But like as a man, I know what's going through these guys' head when they're thinking like that, so I could better help her like understand.
That's what they always say. They always say, I know how they think. I was their age. I had these friends. Blah 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 blah. It's just excusing them for just being a toxic parent and for
No, I understand.
just like suppressing their child out of doing anything enjoyable in life. Like obviously I would know because I was a daughter that was raised by a father, so it's like had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations.
Yeah, so
Obviously
you
it's better
understand
now
that, right?
because like I'm older and we've had conversations, and luckily my father is I'm not gonna say very understanding, but he is a lot more understanding than other fathers that I've heard of. But it's just really hard. Like it's really hard to like have any sort of fun or enjoyment in life when you're getting raised. And then on top of that, having a brother and witnessing all like especially a little brother, having a little brother and watching him grow up and do all of the things that you were not allowed to do. It just be pissing me off. Like, of course I'm happy for him, but it's just like, damn.
Let me
Why
ask
was
you
I
all
allowed
then.
to do that stuff?
Yeah, but do you understand what I think the main point I would like double down on with Bobby too is we know.
I
gotcha.
understand. I've heard it. It's drilled into my brain. But
Yeah.
why are you using that as an excuse? Like,
No,
try
but
to be more.
That's the reason.
I think
I know it's the reason, but it's like you have to have some sort of leniency. Like, you can't just automatically be like, I know how they think, so that's why I'm going to keep you away from it.
No. I feel like you're like, I see what you're saying. I feel like a lot of like fathers use that point to do something like probably harsh. I'm saying like we use that point to, like I said before, have a balance. Like I'm not gonna lock my daughter in a room saying you can't go outside because there's guys outside. Like that's gonna do more harm. I'm saying like I'll probably tell her like, hey, this is what their thought process is. So this like next time you go out, like this is what they're probably thinking. This is how they take things. I've been a guy, stuff like that. I'll probably try to educate her on how they think.
See, education and conversation is the right way to go. Just tell
But
her.
then again, if she
just
acts out, she getting locked in that room.
no, honestly, like it
Double
took
lock.
me a while. It took me a while to like understand that parents like when they do say that, like they do have a reason to why like they do the things that they do and they say the things that they say. Like it's taken me so long to understand that. But like even now, like that question I asked, what are y'all gonna have to do or like want to do with your kids? The whole like going over people's houses and then like all the time, or parties and stuff like that, that's so unnecessary. Like, I'm not gonna let my, okay, the thing is, like Eden said, it needs to be a conversation, right? Parents need to educate but also listen, right? So like that's one point. But there in some areas though, when the parent feels like, no, my kid is not gonna understand this, I need to take control, then that's okay. Like, I feel like that's okay. It's one of those things where it's like, she'll understand when she gets older. But don't overuse that line, because it's worth it to explain it to your kids. You know what I mean? Like, it's worth it if they're better not doing something because they understand the risk of it than just not doing it because my parents said I couldn't do it. You know?
Yeah, they'll be like, because I said so. I don't want to hear that. I want. It's
better if they understand it, you know.
Or like they just use it as like an excuse. Like when you hear it so many times, it just becomes repetitive. Like every single time they're like, I'm doing this because of this. I'm doing it because of this. Like I experienced that. Yeah. I keep hearing that, but like you're just telling me instead of like letting me explain my side, you know. And
actually, like I feel like one thing that a lot of people are not mentioning is like, our generation, I feel like it has a different issue than any other generation. Yeah. Cause like when we become parents, like our parents compared to us is like a big like difference. Like the world they grew up in compared to ours, like they had no internet, they had none of that, so they can't even understand things we go through.
How old do you think our parents are?
No, I'm saying like just like 10 years ago.
Or like social media.
Yeah, social media. Like they weren't around, so they would never understand what how so many loopholes, how dangerous it is.
Imagine how many creeps there are on
TikTok but our kids, and then compared to us, will probably understand them better because it's still going to be a social media age regardless of how far it gets. We're going to know there's social media, how kids are. But our parents, they've been like, they grew up with like, hey, if I want to go talk to my friend, I'm going to go walk to his house. I'm going to say what's up with him. They don't know what's going on with the kid. We can track our kids. We can ask them to do this, that.
Wait.
Don't put that idea in my parents.
Not the tracking.
I definitely have, like, I'm all for, like, my house, my internet will be monitored by me. Especially my children's internet. When they're 12, 13, 14, nah, bro. I'm telling you, for me, it was like that. You know, I grew up in a very restrictive monitored, situation. And it has saved me so much.
But they could go somewhere else and get that.
Yeah.
If they're willing to do all that part.
That if you restrict someone from doing something, they're going to find another way.
Strict
if you
parents,
allow them, strict parents have the sneakiest children.
That's facts. I give
That's
that.
true. But
what age do y'all think a kid should get a phone? I think it's like after like
high school.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I understand.
After high school?
No,
no, in high school.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I got a phone like when I was like my freshman year, or like when I finished middle school. And like honestly, that was like the one thing that I really agree with. Like,
because before then, bro, middle schoolers, they don't have to be on social media.
You hear the stories about kick and stuff. Like,
I got a phone.
We lived it.
I got a phone when I was like turning 10.
Yeah.
But like, if you think about it though, it was like a flip, like it was like a phone, one of those, you know what I mean?
Like
I couldn't do much on it. Yeah. But yeah, I think I was probably early. Like I was very young.
Yeah, but if you got like nowadays the phones they get, like the smartphones at 10, that would be so dangerous, bro.
It's mostly for safety, basically, that they gave it to me.
That's
I don't
fair.
know. I mean, I had an iPod when I was like younger and stuff,
Never
but
had
I think it was a lot more like I can understand it a lot more because I'm not really like on my phone or on social media too much personally. So I think I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like a phone is a phone.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm like moving on, but like a question I have for each of y'all, because we had this question a couple of days ago, and everybody started an argument.
Okay.
For the guys, it would be like, would you date a woman who makes more than you? And then I guess for the girls, it would be like, would y'all take care of a man who makes less than you? Or like not take care, but like you make a substantially amount more than him, like a lot.
Personally, no.
Thank you so much, Faven.
I
agree
honesty.
with you. I will not date a woman that makes more than me.
I could not. I'm sorry.
Statistically speaking, I will tell you this: what happens. Okay, the moment the women start making more money than the man, they file for divorce. The rate they file for divorce is a lot higher.
Whose fault is
this
that?
I remember.
I think that's the
no.
man's fault.
I remember we had this conversation,
Science.
And we agreed on that fact, but why though?
I couldn't sleep at
Because
night.
of the man.
Look,
Mass ego?
the moment you raise your voice at her, what is she gonna say? You better stop screaming at me.
Exactly.
I pay the bills.
Okay. So if you're making more money, it's justified that you're yelling at her.
No, I'm saying that, like if I try to like talk to her, like I'm like, wait, let me lower my tone, like before the lights turn off. Let me lower my tone.
Faven said, let's actually
Now
talk
that
about
you're
that.
talking about it,
Sorry.
I might be okay with making. No, I actually am okay with making more money.
Oh, you're power hungry. That's why.
Look at it. No, because look, he already has power. He's a man. Like,
But you're taking away like imagine like
Look,
you
what
have
if
like
I-
a strong animal and you're taking away his power. Like he's gonna be like miserable.
Yeah.
If it's any
Yeah.
right-minded man,
if it's gonna
miserable.
keep him from beating me, like I might as well make more money.
Wow.
Okay,
No, Faven, let's go back because I think that's more interesting because she said.
Just wait.
So we both agree that we wouldn't.
But why?
Why, right? She said it's because of my ego.
Men's
think-
ego.
I don't think it
wanna-
is because of men's ego.
It's not nice.
He
Let me
literally
tell
just
you,
said
I
that he
think it's
couldn't sleep
actually
at
the
night if she
opposite.
makes more money.
It's not even like cause like I want her to win, but I want to be like I don't want her to take care of me. I want to take care of her.
Let's
It's not
talk
only
about-
money.
Ego.
That's not ego. Let me tell you.
Okay,
No, no,
Men,
no.
It's
we
not like
both
you gotta be
agree.
broke. Like you're gonna be financially stable and stuff, and be able to like contribute and stuff.
When you say like they it leads to divorce, I mean I don't know about all
Not
that,
elite.
but I'm just saying that like even the what you said about like when they get in a fight or something, the man is like he doesn't feel like he can have a say and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's like I don't want my man to feel like that. Like I don't want him to feel like, although it doesn't mean that he's inferior, like low key, the money doesn't.
Forget that.
But then think of like when the roles are reversed. Like if the guy made more money, what? Like the woman, just because he makes more money, she's supposed to feel inferior and like submissive.
I don't think the woman would I don't think y'all have that in you to feel that way. I feel like that only happens to us because it's like
Toxic
something.
Well, let me
No,
ask
it's-
you. Let me ask you. Would you right now, when you're like looking for someone to date, right, or like let's say husband, because dating is different, right? When you considering someone to be a husband, would you now want someone that makes more money than you?
Yeah, I would. That's
Exactly.
what I said.
And
What about
would
Eden? I
y'all
wanna hear
feel
Eden.
okay with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really thought of it. It just comes to me.
Okay. If you haven't thought of it, one thing I would say though is we all agree generally, and I think even as Christians, or even if you're not a Christian, the man should be able to provide and protect, right? Right, and providing involves financially being, protected, right?
That's probably a lot of it.
That is what I would even say biologically feel like we ought to do to our families and to our significant other, right? So now when she's providing more than me, she's like saying she's taking my role. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
I'm
we
not saying
take
it's
that
a
from her.
bad thing. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like most guys wouldn't want to.
That's not ego though. That's not because of my ego. That's just how I was made. I don't know, biology, science.
Because once you take that trait away from him, he's gonna be like, okay, what do I bring to the table? Like,
Yes.
what is?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it does have to do, like, biblically. Like, as a Christian, Christian marriage, like you said, the man is supposed to take lead, or, like, to be the leader of the house, right? So, like, even, like, watching videos and stuff like that about advice for, like, married Christian couples or stuff like that, it talks about how the wife, or based on experience, like, not my experience, but like other marriages and stuff, like the woman like should let the man lead, right? Even when we say, oh, would you want the man to make more money than you? Where was I going? Like, if you want the man to make more money than you, I say yes, because it would let him lead. It would make him feel like the leader. And it does. I think it still does have to do with his ego. I think that you're like taking the word and making it feel like it is a bad thing, but you saying, oh no, like, she's taking my role, that's your ego speaking, like, low key, you know what I mean? Like, if you're saying, oh, she's taking my role, I want to feel like that, stuff like that, like, that's
Is it a bad thing? Like, I kind of can't control
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
I'm not choosing to.
Of course, I'm not saying you're not, but it's there. You know what I mean? Even though you're not choosing to.
Oh.
But I think we're agreeing. It's just like we're not.
Before we change it, what do y'all think? Wait, let's just define what is ego. Cause like,
Where did you go?
what is ego?
Do you want to search it up, or you want our?
Yeah, what is y'all
Yeah,
definition of
I'll-
ego?
Oh, you want me to define it first?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way you think of yourself. Just like people who have big egos usually are narcissistic, but maybe they're not, but they just think a lot of themselves. They think that they can do anything and like they control whatever, or they're just better than everyone.
Thinking of yourself as highly, like more than others.
Like over, like this is like past confidence. It's just like
yeah.
It's past
Definitely.
confidence.
And with ego, is it like over time thing, or you just come out with it?
It's an overtime thing. It's definitely the way you're raised, or the way that like the type of people you hang out with, the way that you're perceived by other people, like that builds it up.
So you think when men say they want to provide, that's like a thing that like
that was taught.
Like that,
It's
you
not
think
like
that was all
something you were
taught?
born with. Like I don't believe in that biology bull. Like I don't get it. I think it's just the way that you're definitely raised, and the way that you perceive your family members, your friends, everyone that's around you. Like you're like, you know what? That's the way I'm gonna think also.
Okay. I just wanted to bring more clarity.
Let me ask you about this then. So I've had a conversation about this with my friend, right? You know, I don't look at it as a vertical line. It's more horizontal. Like, it's not like I'm bigger than people, but I definitely feel somewhat different. Even I've been in a situation where I'm like, I'm definitely different than the people I'm around with. Does that make sense?
In what way?
For example, like I feel like how I'm like motivated is weird. I'm motivated when I'm put down, when I'm like rejected, when I feel like I'm dumb or something. I'm like, okay, now I gotta actually work hard and actually make sure, you know, I can do this. That's what motivates me. And I found out in a lot of ways, that's not how everybody else runs. I don't think I'm better than people. I just think how I'm, and I've met people that think like me. I'm like, us, we're made different. You know, I'm not. Built different. You know what I mean? That does not mean I'm better than other people. That's just how I work. Like, I heard that there are people that are just not ambitious. Like, if you go on TikTok, it's kind of a trend of like saying, I don't want to be productive all day. Me, like I told you, when school was over and I wasn't being productive, like when I was busy with school, I wanted to be free. But the moment I was like, I did nothing for 2 days, I started almost like, damn, bro, like what would I do if I had nothing to do? You know what I mean? That I feel like that's not ego. That's just I'm built different. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not ego.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to
You
make
just
sure.
defined something that was just completely opposite.
What is that called?
Motivation.
Yeah.
Okay. But people will consider that ego, like because there are people that
Maybe confidence.
Confidence. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
That's not ego. Okay, be safe.
Driven.
Exactly.
Okay. If you
But on that point though, weren't you Christian, like the topics of Christianity and stuff? You want to speak about how Christian men and Christian women, like there's like
the double standards. Yeah.
Can you point them out?
Point them out?
Yeah, like
The
give me
double
some
standards?
examples. Yeah.
Okay, one thing that specifically I see a lot is about modesty.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I think it's just like
I feel. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. They be really hard on women, just the way they dress and everything. It's not like it's anything like vulgar or whatever, but it's like you just show a little skin.
I feel like most
crazy.
of this.
But the guy, he could post a screenshot. He could post anything of
He
him being like
shouldn't.
completely shirtless or like
They do.
Most of this
they
hurt.
do. And don't say. I mean, it's not like they shouldn't. I mean,
They
hey,
shouldn't. I don't think. I think you should go for both men. I'm telling you.
I mean, if we look at what the scripture says, but I feel like most of this hurt comes from like different denominations, because some denominations I feel like more the Hispanic apostolic churches. Like,
Evangelicals.
I know I have a lot of Hispanic friends who grew up in those kind of churches, and like I think there's some pastors who say women
like
wearing jeans
Catholicism
is
and
sin.
Even pants.
Oh yeah.
Women
Even
wearing
pants.
jeans is
I remember
pants.
they all be wearing skirts.
That's why
and
they wear
stuff. I was
skirts.
like, damn.
So I feel like most of that
weird.
it comes from like that and other denominations, but in general, I feel like if men are doing the same thing we're telling you not to do, it's wrong. Like it doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah, double standard. It's also about like I don't not agree with how the church holds women like accountable. I'm not saying that we should dress more like immodestly or something, but hold the men accountable also.
I guess the bigger topic. Let me ask y'all this then. I'm on too, because from our point of view, I guess. Do you think women are more sexualized than men, so it should be a little bit more harder on them? Because like to be honest, like
why are they sexualized?
No,
because
okay.
of who?
That's what
I
I
feel
was.
like the world just sexualizes women way more. Like
You
they
know-
use
yeah.
them.
You know
Men.
why that is? You know why that is? Because I feel like one of the reasons is because men are more visually.
Okay.
They're more
Stimulated.
visually stimulated, visually turned on. Like, not, and women aren't, or most women aren't like that. You know, it's more than physical for women. So like in that sense, I kind of understand. You know, I could speak for myself. Like, if I see a shirtless guy, I'm not gonna, like, it's not the same as like if a guy sees a shirtless girl, obviously.
So are you saying like women are more like they get attached off on like an emotional level, like mostly, but men is like physical just catches you real quick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
most, right? Most.
So that's the biggest problem.
Most, but like there are women who may be physically.
But we're
turned
just talking
on.
about the majority, though.
Yeah, we're
Not
talking-
obviously
Yeah,
everybody.
the majority, like, women are not like physical.
So do you think
not
that's
like
why
men.
churches and like I guess leaders are really, a little more tougher on the women because they know like
Yeah, you be hearing about scandals within the church and
So-
stuff. I don't know. It's just like when you hear about those scandals, it's like it always has to do with like just the way someone who is like highly respected in a church messes up and ends up being tempted by someone who just looks good. Like, I mean, she didn't do anything, nothing crazy. I mean, except being involved with
Yeah.
that person. But like,
But
like-
but the reason that I also say like it's most women is some women do have trouble with that, and that's another part of like the double standards. We don't talk about women having problems with like lust or other problems in the church too. It's all about men. Like men
because they're
have a problem because they're what?
say
like
with your chest.
Say what
I mean, for the most part, it's usually a problem with them. Like, out of everything, like
no.
women can.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is like if women have problem with lust too. Women have problem with maybe addictions with like pornography or stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not spoken about. You don't hear about women having addictions and stuff like that. Like it's always about men. And even with lust, it's like, oh, men have lust issues and stuff like that. Women can have that too, and it's not talked about.
I feel like the reason it's not like as talked about as much as like it might sound a little wild, but it's like probably like 90% of the big sum of it is like this. Like for guys, like this is like the biggest, like less like the biggest downfall.
struggle.
Tears down homes, tears down companies, everything, and like 90% of that is men. And I feel like obviously women, you're human too, like you have the same issues, but like they really want to emphasize it on men is because maybe most of these men are like the leaders of their house, they're leaders of big companies, they're like leaders in general. So if they can help like them with it or like emphasize it on them, future generations can get better with that.
Let me play a little devil, not half devil's advocate, half stuff like I kind of understand. Okay, it's like, is it possible to dress good modestly?
What?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
It's-
of course.
it's,
What do you mean?
It's good, right? It's possible, right? So I think, yeah, like you can look good while dressing modestly in a way that is not, that the church won't
But
complain
even,
about, right?
Anything.
That's one thing, right?
Okay.
I think we agree, right? Secondly, it is, if that's possible, when girls are wearing things that is like showy, right? Why are they doing it? Is it to get attention?
What do you say by showy?
Like something
Whoa,
that
whoa,
that
whoa,
that
whoa.
they know, like
a lot of skin. I
every
guess.
every church has like different standards, right?
Yeah.
But in generally speaking, when girls are wearing clothes that it might make them look good, but it's just gonna attract a lot of attention. Like, why are they doing it? Is it for truly themselves, or is it for?
There we go. We're making
Is
some
it
progress.
for like to get attention?
Let's talk about
I be doing it for myself.
If you do for yourself, do you wear
wow,
that
I
at
look
your house
good.
for fun? Like are you walking around the
I'm
house
not
wearing the
gonna
same clothes?
leave my house with
Why would-
pajamas.
No, I'm saying like
yeah,
no,
like
pajama.
what?
You see
What
on
do you
it?
mean?
Could
My
there-
parents see what I look like. My mom sees my pictures.
could there
She's
be like a
"You
different
look
outfit
good."
choice you wear that makes you feel the same way, or is it?
Yes. What are you talking about? I could dress modestly and look good, and I could dress showy and look
I know.
good. I think I look good. In
I know, that's what I'm
everything.
saying. Okay, now you can do like when you dress showy, right? Are you doing it because for yourself, or are you doing that to get attention outside the house? Is the question. Because my second question is like, do you dress your showy clothes at your house by yourself? Like
Yeah,
generally speaking.
sometimes.
Okay.
I'd be trying
No.
on my clothes and stuff in my room. I'd be
No.
like,
Come
wow,
on,
I look
keep
great.
it 100.
Hey,
No, I'm
man.
so serious.
Hey.
But like, let's say when your friends tell you, okay,
I barely post on social media. Of
we're,
course,
we're,
I just
we're
do
about
it.
to go to an event. That, obviously, event is
that's the
people there.
thing.
Like, would you dress up like that? Like
Depends what event it is, obviously.
a place where like a lot of people your age are gonna be both men and guys. Cause I know for us, I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Yeah.
hey, some girls
trying
gonna
to
be
look
there. Let's look good. You know, like get a haircut, look nice.
Okay,
Not just for
Yeah.
myself,
Not
but
getting a
like
haircut, just-
I know people are gonna look at me. I want them to be like, okay, he's a nice.
I mean,
looking person.
obviously, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I 100% just do it for myself. But for the most part, yeah. I mean, if I look good, then it makes me feel good.
What about
Are
you,
you better
Faye?
say Faye?
The question about would I wear it in my house? No.
By yourself? You see what I mean? So like
No.
when people say I do it for myself, I'm like, or even makeup. Like you don't put makeup on your house if you're not going outside. You know?
I'd
But
be
it's
doing
about
that
confidence. What
sometimes.
if it's about
I'd be
confidence?
doing that.
What
It's
if
Okay,
it's
about
about
confidence.
That's a
Okay,
different
confidence is
confidence?
That's what
Sometimes
I'm
we
saying.
That's
try
the
and-
same thing with like a haircut. It gives you
Yeah.
confidence.
I agree with you. So now, is it possible to be confident while looking good wearing modest clothes?
That's a different issue.
What?
It's definitely
Yeah.
harder. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So I understand it's a lot harder to tell women, like, wear modestly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's gonna require you. I know, like the industry is pushing a lot of these things that look good but that are not modest, right? So it's gonna require you to actually put in maybe more money, more time, effort into finding these kind of fashion designs. Do you know what I'm saying though?
You could just I mean, it's not like every single thing that someone wears is going to be showy. Of course, there are modest clothing. Like, think about the fall and winter. Like, that fashion is crazy. And, like, it's mostly modest, like, just for the most part because it gets colder. Like, you're going to have to cover up and stuff.
There's also like different definition. Like what I think is modest might not be modest to you. Do you get what I mean?
That's a good point.
Like, of course, I might if I think that showing like all like full cleavage is modest. Obviously, that doesn't make me like right. I'm not saying that like just because you think it's modest, but there are different levels of modesty, I guess, for people. But since we're talking about like double standards, like it's hard being modest if you are like like it's easier for skinny girls to be more to seem more modest to be more or like to be more modest than curvy girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they be getting slandered. They've literally they're covered up, everything's fine, but if they have a big butt or if they have like a huge chest or something, then everyone goes crazy on them. They're like, you should wear like less form-fitting clothes. Like,
but it's like a skinny
What?
girl can wear the same
No.
skinny jeans or something, and then it's like normal.
On this point, actually, you know what it reminded me of? I don't know if y'all saw this, but I don't know if it was like this year, a couple of years ago. This white guy, right? I'm gonna say white guy on purpose just for you. He went to the beach, and there was a group of girls in like bikinis. This man really like went up to him saying like, "What's wrong with y'all? There's kids in this beach."
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And he was a Christian guy. He's like, "Why you should be modest?" And I feel like on to y'all points, because I know us as men, I feel like there's a point where even if a girl covers up, she can wear a whole astronaut suit. Your mind will still run wild. And I feel like the biggest issue is, I feel like as a guy, it's a heart issue. Because a girl can dress up however, like she could cover up, she could wear a suit, but you're still gonna imagine stuff. And that the issue is not with her, it's with you.
there's also like modest bikinis. Like, it's just like, I mean, if you're not wearing a thong or anything like that, like,
wait, what about bikinis? Like, you think bikinis
I mean,
are
like,
I can't get mad at somebody for wearing a bikini at the beach. Like,
yeah,
Also, let
that's
me be
crazy.
I just
honest,
won't
though.
go to the beach.
Let's be real. I also want to hit on this point, okay? As guys too, right? I'm grateful how I was raised, like being trained to control my emotions, self-control, right? I know there are a lot of guys that were never taught that. You gotta learn to have self-control.
Look
Does that
down,
make
don't
sense?
look up all the time.
Don't, especially if you're going to like the beach and stuff, right? Be aware. The temptation is gonna come. The demons are walking in daylight. You know what I mean? Make sure.
That's a crazy
Wait,
No,
no,
way
that's not
to
what I
say
meant.
that.
I'm not talking about girls. I'm not
That's
calling
insane.
girls demon. I'm
No.
saying like temptation. Like
Nah.
you said, men are visually stimulated, right? You're aware of that.
bro.
So don't go in a situation where you're gonna be led to something worse.
Not just
But
that.
also, you should be comfortable in that sort of situation and not be tempted to do something crazy. Like, just because you see something doesn't mean
That's
it's
what I'm
gonna be
saying.
like,
It takes time to
whoa.
get there,
takes-
though.
it takes
So
training.
until then, don't go to the beach if you know you have issues.
Yeah.
And this man, he didn't go
That's
to any
like crazy.
beach. He went to Miami Beach.
Yeah, that man
That's
made a
crazy.
The
mistake.
freaks
That-
come
that
out
man-
over there, bro.
Like I would never ever go. Like in France and stuff, they have like nude beaches, right? I wouldn't even feel comfortable. Like that's
That's just weird to begin
Obviously.
with.
you see
bro.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But so like people that are like not trained to have self control, don't go to beaches that is gonna be, it's gonna lead you to problems.
But the type of people that go there are the type of people who could care less. Like, you're not gonna see someone who, like, I mean, there might be a few people who go just to see it, but like they just be thinking like, wow, we're just people like on Earth.
What is the point of nude beaches?
I think they just feel more comfortable.
Evenly tan.
And it's mostly like old couples too. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like
Damn, that's
in summary, I feel like we could just summarize it like this: as a church, women obviously dress modest, but have the same thing for men too. And as a man, if you know you're struggling, don't like try to press on a woman to like cover up more. Like if you know you're struggling, don't be around places where you're gonna stumble. Fix your heart first, because once your heart is fixed, you could be in places where most people could like fold, and you would be mature because you understand like.
Wait, I'm sorry. I know you're wrapping up, but I have a question for Eden. Like, okay, so I know of a certain couple that the guy when they first started dating, he told his girl, when you're around me, can you please stop wearing shorts and short dresses? Would you do that?
First of all, I would break up with that person, because if you don't have the control to like hang out with me wearing shorts and all of that, like that's crazy. You should not be dating a woman at all. Like, take some time for yourself. Think.
Can I say something before you that? You just finish your thought.
No, I'm just saying. I think maybe it's because I know, like, I think I would do it. Like, I think that's kind of the same as like when a couple tries not to be. Obviously, we're talking about like Christian couple, right? When a couple tries not to be in private, like they're trying to eliminate all temptations, right? So I feel like that's the same. If you're not dressing in a way that might make the man, you know, that was just something that I wanted to know from
90
Eden.
degrees outside, not wearing shorts.
Let me say
crazy.
this.
It's AC though.
I've heard this multiple times. Okay, so women, Christians, whatever, they say, I want my man to be vulnerable, to be open up to me, right? So let's say that person, right? In many situations, if a guy is saying, please don't wear this to me around me, maybe he probably had a struggle with lust before, right? And he actually cares about you, and he started to protect himself for you and protect this relationship, right?
Yeah.
And he's being vulnerable, and then I'm gonna be honest, you're like, nah, bro, you're weak, and that's why guys they're not vulnerable. Does that make sense?
Actually, you know that
He's actually doing good thing for you, and then
you know that one episode of Girlfriends where she starts dating when Joan starts dating the
Sex addict?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys have watched Girlfriends, there's like Joan starts dating like this one guy, and if
he's a recovering sex addict.
He's a recovering sex addict, and the thing is, he doesn't want to kiss, he doesn't want to hug, he doesn't want to do anything because he's like restraining himself from like getting to.
No, that reminded me of Key and Peele.
Which one?
The baseball guy.
Oh.
He was in the locker room. He'd be smacking people's butts, and he was like.
No, it's like things like that. Like, I don't know. I think personally, I just think you should take time for yourself. And like,
Okay,
I'll be very surprised.
And that person, you can say, I would not date someone that has a past with struggles like that. That's one thing.
But you wouldn't know that. Some guys keep it to themselves.
That's true.
oh no.
I mean, it's very hard.
So my question is like, would you still want people to be vulnerable? Because if you're vulnerable with a man, that could be something that can come out of them.
Okay,
well, hey,
yes,
just because they're vulnerable doesn't mean I have to like agree with everything that they say, you know?
Yeah, like I feel like
But you say you would break up with
her
him, though.
reason. No. Her reason.
So what? They should just lie to me so I could stay with them?
No, her reason of saying no, I think it's valid because, you know, everybody has baggage, right? And you should be vulnerable and tell each other your baggage. But if that other person doesn't feel like carrying that like with you, doesn't feel like having that in your guys' relationship or helping you through it because they feel like, okay, for example, like if you're about to get into a relationship and then the guy says like, oh yeah, I don't think that I can wait, but we can try, and I say no, like that's
Fair
valid
point.
because it's like,
Touché.
I know I don't want somebody, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
not saying I would say
I
no,
know.
but I'm saying if somebody says no,
You understand?
yeah,
That's a
that's
good point.
valid.
That's a valid point.
Somebody doesn't have to deal with your baggage.
That's a good point. And I think I would agree with you on that. I wouldn't want someone that's not actually trying to help me to deal with me. You know what I mean? That's your point.
Yeah, but
But moving on, I guess.
moving on.
That was a good conversation.
I like this conversation. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was gonna be funny, but I like how we were serious.
Yeah.
So I think we are next up is trivia.
Yes.
Are we smarter than a fifth grader?
Who got them questions?
You should add that theme song. Are we smarter than a fifth grader?
Hey, we're gonna start with first grade questions, okay? We're gonna make our way up.
All right. right.
Okay.
Whatever
Watch-
makes you feel more comfortable.
Watch us get like stuck on first grade.
Are y'all gonna work together to answer this? Let's do it that way.
No,
No.
One
competitors,
person?
Yeah.
One
Because
person each.
one question might be easier, one question might be
It's
harder.
fine. It's
Wait,
fine.
is it different
We
subjects?
don't all share the same brain.
No, it just says
Please.
first grade,
Please don't
second
do
grade, third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade.
There's
Okay.
usually like math.
Oh, actually, yeah, there are subjects.
Okay.
There's
Don't
math
go to,
question.
Don't go to math. Please.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Please don't
You
go to
can
math.
choose. You can choose. Okay. We can choose from
First grade math, biz.
math questions.
I'm not a math person.
You can choose history. You can choose
Okay.
English and science questions.
You choose for us, and we'll just go.
And okay, let me start with
Oh no. No, why don't we choose? Okay. It's whatever.
let me start with history. Who wants to go
Mm.
first?
I will.
Ladies
I
first,
hate
go ahead.
history.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I love
Okay,
it,
okay.
but I might not know.
Oh, this is kind of actually hard or easy.
What first graders learning this, bro?
I know.
You don't even know the question.
I can just see it. It's like
No, yeah.
Okay, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from where? His first grade. Oh, easy. Okay, that was right.
Oh,
Correct.
was that for Eden or we could have answered?
Oh.
Hey,
I don't
y'all
know.
going one by
Wait,
one,
no,
right?
If she,
Okay.
if she doesn't know, we could steal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
But
so
she got it right.
Eden has 1 point. This is very easy. You want to stay in history or math?
It's gonna stay in history.
Still history.
Okay. Who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison.
Okay.
Low
He
key.
thought we were
I was-
stupid.
I was low key. No, it's first grade. Hold up. This is warm up.
I was like, Albert Einstein.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
No way. Ain't no way.
I'm glad I didn't get that. All right.
Okay.
You would have been the first clip on TikTok.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I choose math.
Oh.
History.
All right.
You go history.
This is easy. Which language is the most widely spoken in South America? Uh-oh.
I feel like the obvious answer. This is not. I didn't say final answer.
Yeah.
The obvious answer would be Spanish,
Okay.
but would it be Latin? Okay.
No, wait.
Wait.
No,
Okay. Okay.
No one speaks Latin
No,
anymore.
wait. Not Latin. Portuguese. Sorry.
She thought it was
Portuguese.
1700s.
Sorry. Portuguese. Okay, fine. I'm gonna say Spanish.
You are correct.
The Portuguese is
That's
I
only
thought
in
it was
Brazil.
a trick question,
Okay.
like
No, no, no,
Portuguese.
no.
Okay.
Portuguese is
Okay,
only in
now-
Brazil.
Who's gonna trick first graders?
Now we're going to
I hope not.
second grade math questions.
I told you I'm not good at history.
Okay,
Alright.
we're going to second grade
Do we
math
have to write this
questions.
down? Because I can't drag the one and all that.
Actually, some of them might be. I'll get the easy ones.
Oh, no.
It's
no.
first grade.
Don't have
Second grade.
Give us.
Oh.
Are we gonna go back and
It's
forth?
first grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
We graduated, boy. We're second grade.
Okay, this is easy,
Mm.
but it's a word question. So, on a class trip, there are 4 buses taking 36 students to the zoo. Okay. Each bus has the same number of students. How many students are on each
Oh.
bus?
Oh, okay, I got
I want to steal.
it. If you don't
Let
got
her
it,
answer. Let her answer. I'll give you 15 seconds.
I'm gonna put a timer on it.
Yeah, 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
No.
Huh?
Yeah. 140.
Wait, yes.
Hold on. I don't think she heard the question
Or
again.
something.
No,
Wasn't it
There are 36,
36
students
on 4
and
buses.
4
on
buses.
4 buses?
How many students are in each bus?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'm a little. It's 36 students on 4 buses. That's 9.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm
That's fair.
sorry. Word
Maybe-
questions is a lot of thinking. I was like, am I supposed to multiply by?
Who's good at math? Because I think this is hard. Who's
Okay,
next?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
You'll take it? Okay. That's hard for me. Okay.
What's
You
hard
have
for you?
2 quarters, a nickel, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies. How much money do you have? You want me to say that again?
After the nickel, what was it?
A nickel, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies.
Wait, okay, say it all again.
So you have 2 quarters, a nickel, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies. How much money do you have?
89.
Oh, I said 79. Damn.
Yeah.
I forgot. Wait, a nickel's 5?
I do not know.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't use coins.
No.
Okay.
Wait, say that again.
2 quarters, a
50?
nickel,
55,
3 dimes,
65, 75, 85.
and 4 pennies. 89.
Oh, I thought you said 2 pennies. You definitely said 2 pennies.
Bro, my heart was
I'll say
beating.
50
I had my
quarters.
eyes closed
I
during
know,
the
I
math.
Okay, we have another one.
Let's go back to history, bro.
This is
Yeah.
either easy or hard. Okay, after this
Or
we go back to
geography.
science. Let's do science.
Geography.
No.
Whoa.
What?
I still don't understand that map, bro.
Not American geography, but world
Oh,
Wait, I
yeah,
can do
so do
American
I.
geography. I can do American geography.
There's,
Okay.
there's geography.
Whoa.
I don't know yet. Let me give you this math question though. One number is a Roman numeral XVI.
I hate Roman
That's
numerals.
16.
Yeah,
Okay.
easy. Okay, wow, you guys are actually smart.
Yeah.
I would not have known that.
Whoa.
we do
Wait a
have
sec.
geography.
X
Wait.
is 10, right?
Huh? You said geography?
Yeah.
Yeah, X is 10, and then
V's
V1 is 6.
16.
Well,
Because
third grade.
V is 5.
I never learned Roman numerals.
Really? It's just
So
1 to
that's
10, I
really-
know. And then
After
it's
that-
kind of easy.
I think I learned it from music class.
Third grade geography is really easy though.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Eden's turn.
Mm.
Very easy. What is the longest river in the world?
I'm sorry.
Say that again?
What?
The longest river in the world. I think this answer is wrong, to be honest.
Wrong?
I think the answer they
longest
gave us.
river, the Nile?
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
I was gonna say the Nile too, but apparently it's the Amazon. But I don't know.
That's wrong.
Okay, let's keep this question. Yeah, I think it's the Nile.
Like,
I'm pretty sure the Nile River is the longest. I think it's because the Nile River connects together from Ethiopia and I think it's like another country.
Egypt?
No,
And they
it
go
goes
to
farther
Egypt.
than
I have no
Egypt.
idea.
But I
It
think
goes to,
Amazon
like-
is like source to source.
It's
Doesn't it go to
definitely
like the
Nile,
Middle
though.
East?
You know, after this, after we get like some questions, we should do some spelling.
Okay. We go to fifth grade. Okay, so who's next? Bobby?
Mm. Damn.
Take me to history, bro. That's my topic.
Okay, how many oceans are there?
Never mind. That's not even history.
How
I
many
know.
what?
Geography. We're going geography.
How many oceans? Okay, there's Atlantic Ocean, Pacific
Okay.
Ocean, Mediterranean Sea. No. Atlantic
You got your history.
Pacific Ocean.
How's that history though?
That's geography.
Oh.
Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. There's no other oceans, right?
Isn't it 5? The 7?
My side. Okay.
Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. There's 5.
Atlantic Ocean,
I
Pacific
said that.
There's 5.
Did you
So
guys hear me? It
So
was
you gave
5.
the answer.
I don't know.
But name them.
I only know 2.
Is it
the Atlantic,
Indian Ocean?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and the last one.
Oh, I ain't know about Arctic.
Antarctic Ocean?
And Arctic.
That's no Arctic, the Arctic Sea or something.
Apparently,
like that.
there's 5. I learned
No, the
4.
5th one. No. What's on the other side? Pacific, Atlantic.
You wouldn't guess it. Trust me. I think this is a new ocean. It must be. I've never heard of this in my life.
What is it?
Southern.
What?
I know.
That's-
No way.
What website are you on?
This is Scary Mommy.
What?
No
You
way.
did, remember?
No way.
All right, okay.
Let's
Let's go to math.
What?
Okay, you know what? You'll
Let's
get
go back to
math
history.
for
Let's
4th
go.
grade.
All right.
History did it so good. Why you gotta leave
I
it?
know. Let's go back to history. Let's do.
Okay, I'll go back.
Let's
to
jump to 5th grade history, bro.
Alright, 5th grade. history. Let me do her math
Let's
question.
skip a
real quick.
couple grades.
Let me do 5th grade math.
5th grade
Oh,
math.
she's
Okay.
big.
No, all of us.
No. You get your math, they get their history.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
But I'll answer it right if
But
you
this
get
is
it
low
wrong.
key. I think low key might need a calculator for this. Or this is easy. A hexagon has how many sides?
Come on, bro.
That's 5th grade math.
Yeah, a hexagon.
Watch me get it wrong. 7.
Wait.
That's step. Okay, that's step. 6. 6.
No way.
She
It's
was
wrong?
confident. No, you were right.
This is
6.
5th grade math.
Hef-
Yes, there are 6
Six?
6 sides in the hexagon.
I had another guess in my mind.
What was it? What was it?
Don't worry
Say
about it.
Say it.
History.
History. Okay, we go to 5th grade history.
It's Eden.
Okay.
Ooh. Whoa. This is whoa. I've never heard of this in my life. I'm gonna give you easy one, Eden.
Y'all got
Or
history.
you
No,
want the
no.
hard one?
Let
Okay.
me hear that. I'm curious.
What was the name of the last queen of France?
How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, no, she
Last
wanted
Queen
it.
of France.
Yeah.
What 5th grader is supposed to know this?
Aiden wants to know.
Last Queen of France.
My answer, I think, would be kind of dumb.
I was about to say Queen Elizabeth.
That's English.
She's still alive, my guy.
Barely.
That's English.
Is her name Mary?
Oh.
Antoinette. Mary Antoinette.
Yes.
Marie.
You've never heard of her?
Nope.
I
She
thought
got
that
beheaded. The whole eat cake type thing.
her hair, like, you know.
Guys, I barely came to this country.
So I got it
recently.
right.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a
wow.
stupid answer.
I had never heard this.
Wait, it's just Mary Antoinette. No,
I
like
just say-
4th, 3rd, or something on
No,
it.
just
Mm-mm.
Mary Antoinette.
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby's turn.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of recent. In what decade did Hong Kong revert to China from the British rule? This is recent. Relatively recent. Not recent like
Wait, say it again.
last year, but
What decade?
what decade did
Oh, you only
Hong
have to
Kong?
say the decade?
Yeah.
What decade did you what?
Hong Kong revert to China rule. I mean, to China from British rule. So the British gave Hong Kong back to China.
Did you know this, Alma?
Isn't Hong
Yeah.
Kong its own separate thing from China though at the moment?
It's
It's
like
not really.
they have 100 years.
I'm gonna give you like 2. Is it the 70s? 60s?
No.
Mm.
Give me. No, it's not 70s.
Is it further back or closer?
Closer to us?
2000s?
It was the 90s.
It was the 90s. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the. Y'all still
Damn,
want
I
to?
love
I can just keep asking y'all a question. Whoever still steals it. After
Yeah,
this, we can
yeah.
do
Let's just anyone who
Aye.
answers.
the-
Okay.
Okay.
The buzzer.
Yeah.
The first atomic bomb attack was on which city?
Oh,
The atomic bomb.
Yeah.
she got it first.
I got it.
Who did it first?
Oh
Was
my
it
God.
The
was it
atomic bomb
America
was
or
no,
was
no,
it
no.
Japan?
The atomic bomb was Japan. It was Hiroshima. Or something.
Hiroshima. Yes.
I did the
Okay,
buzzer.
from now on, we're going to buzz the
Oh.
buzzer.
I
my
did
bad.
do it.
Then you took 30 seconds.
But you asked the question after you hit the buzzer.
You have to
I
answer
said
within
I
5
was
seconds.
trying to think of.
5 seconds?
You have to
You
answer.
can't
If
think.
you hit
You
it,
have to
you
answer.
have to answer within 5 seconds.
Okay, 5 seconds.
They don't let these kids
Okay.
Y'all
think.
didn't say this rule before.
We got 5 seconds to
You
answer.
ever watched it?
Okay.
Now ready?
The modern day city of Istanbul was known by what name in the 1300s?
Yeah, I got that.
What? The modern day Istanbul. What was it known by? There's a song. Come on.
What song would that have?
Come on, y'all.
Modern day.
Alright, you got 10 seconds to answer or to buzz.
I don't know.
Modern day Insta.
Istanbul, like the Turkish,
I know, it's Istanbul.
it was known as Istanbul. Istanbul.
This nigga.
Y'all don't know this?
That's crazy how you know that, but you didn't know the other one about America.
Mary Antoinette. Let me just say.
Okay, what's the answer?
Constantinople.
Oh.
Oh.
That was
Istanbul,
Italy.
Constant. Way good. Don't ever say that out loud.
I ain't never heard.
Istanbul.
What do you mean don't say it out loud? Who knows
Constantinople. Okay.
Should we do spelling bee?
Yeah, what's
Uh,
mine next? I want you-
last
This is the
question.
one with history.
This is
Okay, it's
easy.
for
If
me.
y'all get this wrong, I'm actually.
No, I don't want to be easy.
No, put
do
your hands down
difficult. It
under
has
the
to be
desk.
difficult.
Under the desk.
Under this.
Do it difficult. Don't. do
She said that.
easy.
Watch you get it wrong. Who was the president of the Confederate States during? This is wrong, bro.
President of the Confederate States.
States during the United States Civil War.
You got it.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was the Union though.
Yeah. See, American history.
That's
No, they had
weird.
their
That's the
own.
website.
Didn't they have their own
The
president
Confederates were-
though? The Confederates were trying to become their own country.
Yeah, they're having a civil war over that, and then. No, I think Abraham Lincoln was still the country's
He was the country's
president.
president.
So he was still both.
Okay,
But
that
they had,
makes sense.
They had their own like little thing though. in
if they won the battle,
Confederacy.
they would have taken it, but they
Okay.
lost.
Let's do a hard question. Just one more last one, but like
One more hard question.
Yeah.
It has to be history.
Yes.
But
I
his
think
hard
I
is
might have
not the same as our hard.
I might have went through history already, but let me go to 5th grade.
Maybe even 4th grade.
Oh, okay, a hard one. This is where was the region known as Fertile Crescent located? I don't know how to say it. It's Crescent.
Fertile.
Crescent.
Fertile Crescent.
What was the region?
Yeah. Where was the region known as Fertile
Bucko.
Crescent?
I don't know.
Is it in America?
Where is the region known
I
as
can't
Fertile
give you a
Crescent?
specific because that would be
Okay, is it the Middle
it's
East?
like a region.
Middle East?
Yes.
Because I said crescent that's in the moon, as they have Muslims have the moon. That's why I saw crescent.
Wow.
Okay, that's weird
brain.
connection.
You know what I'm saying?
Middle East flags. Yeah.
I'll be surprised if I know this. Who founded the Red Cross? You want hard questions, right?
Crickets.
Who
I
founded
have
the
no
Red
idea.
Cross?
Yeah, this is
Was
random.
it like a first lady or something?
I don't know. Right, I'm gonna give you the answer. Clara Barton.
Why would I know
Yeah,
that?
I heard
But-
that name. I just
Go to
never.
spelling.
Let's go ask you out all the questions and the 5th grade history, and then we'll go to his.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Who commissioned the Lewis and Clark expedition?
Ooh.
Who commissioned it?
Yeah.
They were commissioned. I thought they were
Like, I
going
think
on
it's
their
like the
own.
president
It
at the
was a
time.
president.
What?
It was a president.
Bobby knows history.
John
like
Adams. I don't
No, because that was a flat thing.
that.
know. Was it the Lewis and Clark, Native American? Who was president of that?
Was it Reagan?
What?
Wow.
That was Reagan?
What?
Wait,
Take it back real quick, bro. Don't.
is
You
that
know,
right?
is-
No,
you know who
obviously
Lewis and
not.
Clark
I'm
are?
like, why are you?
Nigga.
I thought I was right. I
I'm
was
just
asking.
shocked.
Reagan's from the 80s. Lewis and Clark's from the 1800s.
Yeah.
That's insane. Was it Thomas Jefferson?
Yes. That's
She's so
actually,
happy.
bro. When
I
she was
know, I said
explaining to
1800s,
you,
I was
I
like,
clicked to her. Yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
that's crazy. That shit. Reagan.
I thought I mean that. Wait. Oh.
Lewis and Clark.
Yeah,
next
the
When you said
door?
the expedition, I thought you mean on the moon.
Way good.
Oh, you mean like on a
Lewis
boat?
and Clark.
Oh. That's why. I
Oh.
said-
A boat.
Okay,
They
okay.
walked.
Moving
Never
on.
mind.
Next question.
Alright. This is, I don't know how this is history,
That's how
but
they
the
met.
question is, what was the most widely grown crop in the middle colonies?
Corn.
Tobacco?
You have to
No.
buzz.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
did
In the middle colonies?
Yeah, in the middle colonies.
wheat.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How do you know this? This is weird.
Did you guess or did you know?
I mean, I was gonna say corn, but if it's not
Okay.
corn, it's wheat.
We've gone through all of the 5th grade history.
We didn't
You
even
guys
keep count.
Oh, Bobby,
I think I
keep,
won.
keep count of this.
whoa,
Good luck editing
girl,
this.
I know I won. I had to.
Okay,
I
let's
know I
look up
did.
Look at the spelling, bro.
We'll count this when we see the video.
spelling bee words.
Let's finish it off with that, bro. Cause
Okay,
Do
We-
hard ones.
we gotta redeem ourselves.
this
from
is for 7th and 8th graders. Y'all ready?
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Do not get mad at me if some words are easy, some are hard. Okay.
But give us like confusing words that.
You want me to buy you a new screensaver?
That's insane.
Okay. Who's going first?
Me.
Let's start from this one.
Okay. Spell glamorous.
G.
GLAMEROUS.
That's not E.
No, OUS. Isn't it glam? Oh, no. GLAMOROUS.
Okay.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
that
Yo,
is-
our reaction is the same.
I was like,
Oh,
I was thinking.
What?
No, I was like, I haven't heard
the
that
face
song in a
Bobby
minute.
made, bro.
No, both of us.
I was
Like,
going with the
Scratch this out. Let's
Watch
start
it.
again.
No.
That's making it. That's making it.
No, that's you. Some of these words I don't know how to say, but I'm gonna try. Okay.
Don't listen to Fergie like that.
Okay.
you don't need to.
Who's next? Who's next?
It's me.
Bobby.
Okay. Arrangement.
Okay, come on now. A R R A. Wait.
Mhm.
A R R A N G E M E N T.
Okay, this is easy. I'm gonna give you one more word for me. I'm gonna ask for a harder one.
Exactly. What?
Okay, this is too easy. I'll give you metamorphosis.
Oh, no. That's easy.
No,
That's
no.
easy.
You gotta spell that. It's not that. It's not.
It's
Metamorphosis.
not.
Come on.
It's not
It's
hard.
metamorphosis.
Okay, you do it.
I can do it.
Okay,
You wanna
okay,
do it?
okay. I'll do it. But this is not fair. M
Mm-hmm.
E T A.
Yeah.
Meta. More. Okay. MOR.
Okay.
Physis. PHISIS.
Yeah, you got it.
You missed.
What? That's not it.
Say it again. I think you catch your.
Meta. META.
Okay.
MOR.
Okay.
Metamorphosis. PHISIS.
PHOSIS.
What? Metamorphosis?
Hey, bro. Don't complain to me. Talk to the manager. I didn't make this up. Okay, that was kind of hard though. I did say.
Nah, but you were right, bro. I don't know
Now-
what he's talking about.
Now this is for high schoolers. Okay, so we're kind of
We
going. up.
were there.
I still think this is
No,
easy.
no. Go search up easily misspelled words.
No, that's too easy. Let's
do
let's
normal.
do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's
Everybody
going
like
first?
Violet.
Same way.
Me.
Okay,
Spell
this
it.
is also very easy.
Don't say like supercalifragilistic or something.
No. Philanthropist.
Ooh.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist. I don't know how to say it. I'm telling you.
P
Okay.
H I L A N
You lost me right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Philan A N
Okay.
T H
Mm-hmm.
R O P I S T.
Wow. Clap for her.
We didn't get no claps.
You
That
got a
was-
clap for us?
Okay, if you get
It'd be
it.
messing me up because it's like philanthropist, but like it's like philanthropist.
Yeah, she got okay. Bobby.
Why you laughing like that?
Formula.
Come
Wow.
on.
Okay. That was a joke. That was a joke. I don't know if this is too easy. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia.
Oh, you're
This
sexist.
is a
You
word
have-
right here.
He gave me
Onomatopoeia.
metamorphosis.
I think
You have something against me a favor.
I feel like I know how to spell that though.
Let him-
Ano.
It's Anna.
Onomatopoeia.
I know. I know.
I
it.
know.
I remember.
It is not
You want
spelled
to-
how it sounds.
O A
Okay.
N A.
Hold
Wait,
on. Start over again,
Anna?
bro.
Ana.
This is hard.
Mana. Wait, Mano.
Chapter.
Yeah.
Okay. O A N A M O N.
Bro, dang, you did not get one right, bro.
Okay, let me
Just
just
O.
spell. Let me spell how I sounded out.
Okay.
Ano. O N O
Okay.
M O N M O N O P I A.
Bobby.
Can I try?
Where's T?
Where's the
Where's
T?
There's a T.
Onomatopoeia.
Where's the T?
Onomatopoeia.
Is it silent T?
Yeah.
There's a T? Wait,
Yeah, I
actually.
got it.
Exactly.
Wait.
Letter
You wanna try, Fabian?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Where's the T?
O
Okay.
N O
Okay.
O N O M A.
Okay.
M-A. N.
Another N?
No, T.
She just guessed that T. Ain't no way.
Where did she put the T?
No.
After what?
It's M-A-T.
M-A-T.
Okay.
N-O. No.
Oh.
O-N-O. M-A-T.
Mm-hmm.
O. A. No.
I'm help out a little bit.
E-O. E-O. Is it E-O? Because I know there's an E-O or somewhere.
What's after T? Start with T.
T? After T?
Yeah.
O.
Okay.
P-E-I-A.
You were so close.
Damn.
There's another O after P.
Damn.
But that was kind of
You did me
hard.
dirty. Ain't no way I was gonna get that.
Oh, it's onomatopoeia.
Is it because how I
No,
said
the
it?
T is silent.
Onomatopoeia.
Okay.
Next word.
I got you. Who's next?
Onomatopoeia.
Me.
That's Fabian.
And chill, I'm chill.
Give me a second.
But not too easy. Oh, sorry.
Okay, let me find the proper words.
Were they not proper before?
No. Okay. Who's it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of. That's okay. Acknowledgement.
Okay, that's alright.
She breathes different nostrils.
Okay, I'ma just not even question it. I'ma just go ahead.
Okay.
A-C-K.
Okay.
Okay.
It's funny seeing you trying to say those.
A-C-K.
Okay.
N-O-W. Acknowledgement. L-E-D-G. Acknowledge. E-M-E-N-T.
Yep.
No.
No E.
What?
No E.
No E where?
Acknowledge. After the G, there's no E.
After
Just
the D, there's no E.
okay.
Yeah, after the G, there's no E.
Yeah.
So
No E. So G-M-E-N-T.
yeah. Okay. These are kind of hard though. Who's
Okay.
next?
Can we do one more round and then?
Yeah, one more round.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Mhm.
I'm giving you an easy one.
Mhm.
Don't mess this up. Calendar.
Come on, bro.
No, go harder. That's crazy.
Try it, and I'll give you another one.
What is what?
Do it.
C-A-L-E-N-D-A-R.
Okay. Oh, you got it.
What did you think she was gonna say?
How could you spell calendar?
People misspell it like D-E-R.
I'm smart.
Ooh. Okay.
Calendar. Yo, I think I would have spelled it like that. too. Calendar.
Okay. Well, okay. For you, I'm gonna go back to the hard part.
Exposing yourself.
She's literally at the.
She's actually really good, so I'm gonna go back to the hard. Okay, you ready?
Mm-mm.
Eden? Nauseating.
You
Nauseating.
got
Yeah.
this.
N-A-U-S-E-A-T-I-N-G.
Bro, she's actually good. Bobby,
Hey, did you
Come back.
compete in like spelling bee?
did you really?
I did actually.
Aquila,
That's not fair.
You're
She's a
Aquila on the
pro.
bee?
Bobby, are you ready?
Finish it out.
I'll give you an easy one.
Mm.
Necessary.
That'd be
no,
that'd
that's
be
easy,
messing me
but
up.
it's low
though.
key deceiving. Oh my.
It's
Okay,
like-
N-E-C-E-S-S-A-R-Y.
Yeah, that was easy.
That was good.
Okay, Favania,
Mm-hmm.
are you ready?
Yeah.
License.
Mm.
They be spelling it different in the UK. That's what messes
Hey,
me
we're
up.
not in the UK.
Why are you? Oh, that
I
matter.
don't know, but sometimes they be printing it out like that, and I don't like it.
L-I-C-E-N-S-E.
Mm-hmm. You guys are smart, bro.
Sometimes
I
they
just
put
I
a
just
C.
renewed my license, so.
Hey, that was fun. Everybody in OT knows how to spell. We're
Yeah.
educated scholars.
Improving.
You know what I'm saying?
Except for that glamorous Eden.
The only one who doesn't know how to spell.
Don't. You can't say anything. You said you were gonna spell calendar with an E.
I didn't though.
The only one among us
no.
who needs help with spelling is Dogum, and that's why he's not here. He's taking classes.
Shots fired.
I appreciate y'all for coming out.
Thank
Love the
y'all so
episode
much.
today.
Shout out to Eden and Faven. We really appreciate y'all.
We're gonna see y'all next week on our OTD. We're out.